Gay marriage. It's a human right. When trying to understand the battle taking place over whether or not gay marriage should be legalized, there's really no middle land. You either agree or you don't. The people who make up the majority of the opposing population include most of the Republicans, Christians, and the governments. When analyzing the views of these groups, they hold one thing in common, a view which favors the traditions and aspects of the past. They hold a view of the world which appears unchanged and conventional. I'm not here to tell you that those views are in any aspect wrong or unimportant. As a matter of fact, I am Christian and on many issues take a Republican side, and although continuities have maintained themselves through the ages, times are changing. Equality is becoming more and more important in today's society, and the ever-increasing ability of human beings to express themselves and their opinions continue to drive our world. Because of this, gay marriage has become a rising issue. The debate for same-sex marriage initially began in the early 1970s, however, did not become a pressing issue until the 1990s. On September 21, 1996, the issue became extremely important after Congress passed the Defense of Marriage Act. This act states that marriage in the United States is the union of one man and one woman for the purpose of federal law. To this day, the U.S. government still does not recognize any act or agency which represents same-sex marriage. This being said, many aspects of marriage laws that affect the day-to-day lives of citizens in the United States are determined by the state and not the federal government. This is why certain states have passed laws allowing these marriages. The Defense of Marriage Act does not take away these privileges from individual states. States which currently allow same-sex marriage include Iowa, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and soon will include Maine and Vermont. Although it may currently seem that those who oppose gay marriage are winning the battle, it is not the case. Progress has been made towards the consideration of new laws allowing the tolerance of gays and their companionship. Some states have created unions which grant homosexual couples most, if not all, of the same rights heterosexual couples may possess in marriage. The reason that these unions are beneficial is because marriage is often presented as more than just a lifelong partnership. It grants many privileges like annuities, pension plans, Social Security, and Medicare, along with many travel, family, and work privileges as well. My question is, if homosexuals are receiving all of these rights under these so-called unions, what is the difference between them and a marriage other than the title? Why can't the title be placed on them as well if they're receiving all the same rights? Is it just to make homophobes feel better? And if so, how is that at all fair or providing tolerance of these who are different from us, which the Constitution promises? As a whole, we are moving forward. Progress is being made and people are trying. However, not allowing gay marriage does, on multiple levels, restrict and restrain human beings from the rights they were given at birth. Those who fight for the allowing of same-sex marriage include people like liberals and many organizations like the Human Rights Watch, LGBT, and the Human Rights Campaign. These organizations often argue that although, yes, the Bible does not support or at all tolerate the intermingling of two people of the same sex, it also speaks of loving one another, despite our differences. The Bible views same-sex marriage as morally wrong and on an extremely basic level, disgusting. That being said, God also, however, speaks of tolerance and the loving of all people and the understanding and embracing of the differences between them, including those who prefer the same sex. On this issue, I don't really know how to choose which is more important. A specific passage within a book of millions, or a theme which is plastered everywhere throughout modern-day religion and can be implemented within every Bible passage. I and the organizations which agree with me on this topic recognize that some feel marriage is for the raising of children and reproducing. Although it is true that homosexual couples cannot have children, I don't really feel that that is the most important or meaningful purpose for marriage. Marriage to me is two people who love each other deciding to share their lives and all aspects of it with the other, and I feel that process can be partaken between two women, two men, or a man and a woman. When it comes to love and promises, gender does not discriminate. The banning of same-sex marriage goes against multiple articles within the Declaration of Human Rights, and that is why I intend to prove it should no longer be banned. Most importantly, it denies Article 1. Article 1 states that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. If that were the case, then all people would be allowed to marry, since that is a right all U.S. citizens possess. It also denies Article 19, the right to freedom of opinion and expression. By not allowing homosexuals to marry, we are denying them the right to express their love for another person. Lastly, not allowing same-sex marriage denies a mixture of Articles 16 and 2. Article 16 states that men and women of full age without any limitation due to race, nationality, or religion have the right to marry and to found a family. Article 2 states that everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. So basically, what these two articles state is that initially everyone is allowed to marry. Then, when reading Article 2, it says everyone receives all rights set forth in every article without the distinction of sex. So in conclusion, anyone who wants to marry, even those of the same sex, are allowed to do so under the Declaration of Human Rights. Therefore, not allowing the marriage of same-sex couples is against human rights.